Brad. Thanks for doing this. This is a bit of a new formation for you guys. It looks like you guys have been running a 3-5-2 mostly. How is your role different in that, and how do you feel like you've adapted to it?
Yeah, it's a role that on paper suits me to a T. More attacking, and then knew whose side of his game is defending, and we can kind of play together, I guess, in the team. And no, it's going well. It's something we're getting used to. It's just a little bit different with not having a winger in front of me, but more linking with the strikers who will come down in the 10 spots and stuff to do the link work. But overall, yesterday was the first real test of the formation, and it went well. And I felt like attacking wise went really well, and just few little things that we need to fix. But all in all, the first showing of it was decent.
How did it feel to kind of work on things against a Timbers team that obviously plays physical, that it was obviously really chippy out there? Did it kind of feel like a little bit of the regular season, or at least that difference of playing a team with that type of tenacity?
Yeah, definitely an interesting friendly to have for preseason. You know what I mean? It was definitely a little chippy out there. I think the first half was more football. Second half, physicality started coming into it. Tackles were flying in and stuff. And like everyone said in the interviews, you're going to get that with rivalries, whether it's in the season or it's preseason. It's just the way it is sometimes. And good physical test for us, and good to get minutes under the belt. And I said it was a good test. And yeah, it was a good game all in all. And we ended up coming off a 1-0 win when we all got substituted. So that's positive as well.
Brad, I think you often hear how difficult it is for teams that finish as like a runner-up to kind of focus back up to try to get back to that level, given how close you come to kind of that ultimate glory. How do you kind of mentally get over that? And is that any more complicated after a year like last year where a lot went into you guys getting to the point that you did?
Yeah, it hurts a lot, man, especially you finish that game and then you have such a long off season and you can't really get back into it and prove yourself that you should have won the game. You know what I mean? You got to dwell on it for a long period of time, and that's really hard. And especially this off season, it was even longer. And guys that have had visa issues with myself and stuff like that. So yeah, to bounce back, it's difficult, but we've put that behind us now. We're back in training mode, and the game's coming, and the season's about to start, and it's for us to just put things right that went wrong last year in the final. And we're a team that's always pushing to improve, and you see the success of the club, and we just got to keep pushing forward and keep that going.
And you guys have been consistently so good for a while now. I mean, I don't know. I would imagine that it is a challenge to maintain that high level for years on end, right? Is that something that you guys have talked about at all? Is that something that you guys are aware of kind of the stress of maintaining that championship level for the 5th or 6th straight year going now?
Yeah, I think it's just embedded in the club, from the coaches down to the players, and it's not something that you have to really talk about. It's just coming in, being professional, and doing the stuff we're told to do, and work hard ultimately. And then that shows in the how many postseasons we've been to in a row. So it's just keeping the mentality of the club and keep pushing forward, and just try to continue the success.
Hey, Brad, you had mentioned a little bit of the injuries or things that you had suffered through last season. How do you look back at that? I mean, you signed in September and, and had some up and downs. I mean, how do you kind of look back at last season, your performance last season?
Yes, it was a difficult time for me to come into the team. I was coming off an off-season in England at Cardiff, and coming into the end of the season where the team was doing well and pushing for playoffs and stuff like that. And I came in and had a few niggly injuries, which you kind of get in preseason, and that's kind of what happened to me when I came in, because essentially I was coming in preseason, right? So that's just the way it happens sometimes, and the timings of the leagues crossing over, it's tough sometimes. But now I'm fully a Sounders player, and none of that will happen again. You know what I mean? We're all on the same wavelength and stuff now, so it's all good.
And then you mentioned the formation. You said wanted to be clear. You feel that your style fits well with this, or with this new formation?
Yeah, well, definitely. My best part of my game is attacking, and we see all the stuff with me and Nuhu. But ultimately, I'm a better attacker and he's a better defender. And if we can both play together and work well together, I think it can be huge success. So obviously, new formation, we got to get used to it. A lot of training, a lot of games to come to practice, but I think it could work. And the team's looking pretty good in that formation. So just got to get the connections right and keep it all going.
Brad, how difficult has that, you mentioned the attacking end, but on the defensive end, how difficult has it been to kind of understand that, you do have such a big range to cover, that perhaps you have to be more wary of the times you do kind of push up high? Is there more communication with your other players? Like, has that been different in a mental and strategic way?
Are you talking about as in like with a new formation or previously?
Yes, with the new formation, and how much field you have to cover.
Yeah, it's a lot more running than just playing traditional left back. That's for sure, because you don't have the winger in front. You got to kind of do both, but also it gives you the freedom to go forward and knowing that you've got the cover behind you of the back four, which it'll go to a back four when one of the wing backs is pushed up. So you've got the cover to go forward and the protection, but also it is a lot of running because you are expected to be up helping the team going forward and help them get back. But there's a bit of leeway either side of that. You know what I mean? You've got protection, then you've got the midfielders coming across. So it's a bit of both, but definitely more running.
Brad, is there a story behind your hair?
I thought the question would come up sooner. Not really. In England, it was complete lockdown. I was there the whole off season trying to get out to the States as soon as I can, but with COVID and stuff, it was very difficult. So over there it was complete lockdown. Nothing's open except shops. Shops like grocery stores and medical stuff. So everything else was closed. Then I was just with the kids and the family, and Mrs. We just shaved it off, and I don't know, kind of easier with a shaved head, to be honest.
Brad, I don't know if you saw, but the 2023 World Cup, Women's World Cup stadium locations or site locations came out today. Do you have any thoughts on some of the places that on the 2023 Women's World Cup and what any of those? You have any recommendations for places that people gotta go see?
Honestly, I didn't even know they came out today. I should probably know that, but I've been busy with the kids all day with the day off being today, so I haven't even noticed. But if you fill me in with someone,
out, so I don't blame you.
Oh, okay. If there's any, I'm closest to Brisbane. If there's any games there, or Sydney's probably the best places to go to, I'd say. But I'm sure every location that they've picked is a decent location. I mean, the whole country's beautiful, so a little biased, but everywhere would be great.
Hey, Brad, sorry if this question was asked. I got in late. Going on the formation, how much does your position now allow you to be a playmaker?
Yeah, said it previously. It gives me freedom to kind of be on that end line, not have to start all the way from the back and build forward. But I've always liked to do that as well. So it's going to be a combination of me building up from the back and also being able to be high and playing with the playmakers like Nico, Freddie, Will, Roll and stuff. Gives me the freedom to be up high and linking and stuff. But also building from the back, it gives us a good variation and a good solid core in the group. And I think if we get the defensive structure right, the attacking flow will just be like normal. We're always a good attacking team, so we just need to yeah, get the defensive stuff right and the attacking stuff will come.
Does a formation like this decrease the number of crosses across the field, or does it actually open that up, or is that just something you guys can change during the game organically?
Yeah, I think it can change organically, like I said. Because there's two strikers up top, I think Nico's so good at playing through the lines. I think he can go through the middle a lot more, having that extra body in there, but also the wing backs can push forward and get crosses in like usual. So I think it gives us more of a range of stuff to kind of push forward. Just need to get the fine details right, and it'll be all good.
Hey, Brad, I'm wondering, how would you describe the feel of the team right now, in the dynamic of training? It seems like there's a lot of competition, with Nuhu kind of now playing some center back. There's competition at center back. Freddie coming in, there's competition up top. Have you noticed that at all? With Jimi Madrana also playing, various positions?
Yeah, definitely. There's always competitions in the good teams, and it's been like that over the years that I've been part of Seattle, and I think it's always going to be there, and it's healthy to have good competition. It pushes guys on and makes them improve, and yeah, there's definitely a few spots that there's going to be competition, and we'll probably make some changes over the next preseason games just to test everything out. But ultimately, everyone's got to perform to play, and everyone helps the team out, whether they're coming off the bench or starting the games. That pushes everyone, and it's something that good teams need to be successful.
From all the reports, it looks like Freddie and Will have a good chemistry building. From your perspective, what do you see that's working between those two in that formation?
Yeah, I think they're playing really well together, even from training. And Freddie, that's the first time I've met Freddie, but he a lot of guys know him, but he's fitted right in back again. And for me, for the first time knowing him, I'm getting on really well with him, so we can get a good connection going. But Will and Freddie up front have been really good together. So with Raul coming back, it's going to be good competition up there, and whoever plays will do a good job for the team. But the chemistry's look good at the moment.
Any big birthday plans?
Brad, you kind of talked about Nuhu quite a couple of times already. This new formation or this year, has that increased maybe the amount of talk or connection that you guys have had this year, or is that just the same?
What was the start of the question, sorry?
You mentioned Nuhu a couple of times. Has with this new formation and the communication you guys got to have, has that bettered your communication, or how much time you spent together, the chemistry between you and him?
Oh, with Nuhu, you saying?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for positions, there's always competitions, right? And essentially, the last few years we've been playing the same position, but now we'll hopefully be playing next to each other. So it's just working out the details, how to communicate with each other, and I think it started really well. He's helping me out, I'm helping him out. So obviously, it's a new position for him, and I think it's looking really well at the moment. So we just need to keep working on it and push forward, and hopefully it'll be a good success. Nuhu and myself down the left.
Brad, do you have any big birthday plans?
Not really. I mean, with everything going on right now, not really, man. Just focusing on football, and I got the two kids and now the family's here. My dog's here as well, so it's nice to have the family here fully now. Because last time they weren't here, I was at it by myself, and they were stuck in England. So just spend it with the family, and my wife's is a few days after mine, so we'll just get something nice in the house with the kids.
Hey, Brandon, there was a lot of emphasis on the new kit. Could you give us your thought on the new kit that the Sounders have, the new uniform?
Yeah, I really like it. I saw it get leaked, and there was a lot of mixed emotions and stuff about it, but I really enjoy it. I love the way they've they've linked it with such a historic legend. And when I first saw it, it was very surprised, and I really loved it. Doing the photo shoots and stuff in it. It's really cool. I like all the colors in it and stuff. So I'm ready to rock it. It'll be decent.
Did you know about Jimi Hendrix prior to that, or did you kind of have to go back and look?
I kind of learned about it. I didn't know it fully, but the everyone has filled me in on the legend, and I knew obviously about Jimi Hendrix. I didn't know what he meant to Seattle and stuff like that. So to do that with a legend, I love the way Seattle always links like the people that are from here and stuff like that. So it's definitely a cool thing they've done, and I love the kit.